G'day guys and welcome to the Centre Bounce for another Thursday night 5:30 p.m. drive home. It's your boy with the Big J. How you doing, Big J?
Oh, mate, I am happy. Football's happening. I wish it was a Thursday night game, but you can't have everything in your life that you want. And yeah, it's sounds like there's some more carnage on the horizon than what we had last week. Hopefully, there's a few more players that are playing, but oh, mate, we could have a few regulars that are out. I tell you what.
Mate, it's actually ridiculous how many people could possibly be out this week. It's the reports and the tweets just keep coming in thick and fast. And so, we just and there's a lot of question marks still over a bunch of players, some who aren't confirmed to be out, but those who are, tests if they're going to appear. So, mate, it's been ridiculous this week.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy when you think about it. Like, there's a few players potentially out with gastro and whatnot, but one of the things I remember from last year is that your depth is always tested towards the end of the season. Like, cool, having trades is fantastic, but having depth is almost better. Just kind of the way the season's played out a little bit. But there's a lot of people without playing rookies on their bench that maybe have one or two better primos than me or than a lot of us here, but they're running donuts. I mean, even Skodfather, I think, is going to start running donuts in his team. So, yeah, it's a very interesting time we're in at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. And that's why a lot of people are like asking us, for example, about their trades. It's just like, hold on to it. It's a long season. Just because you finish your team doesn't mean that the game is over. We keep playing football.
Is it 5 weeks to go? Is it 5 weeks or 6 weeks? 6,
mate. There's still 6 games of football. So
there you go. 6 games to go. Hoi, hoi.
You know what I mean? Like still there's still heaps of football to pass, and so if you do manage to still have some trades, you are a wizard. And I would love to bestow upon you this excellent wand from Hermione Granger, but she is boss bitch in his mind.
I've seen people with boosts, Joe.
Boosts? No.
Yeah, I've seen people with boosts left. How bonkers is that?
Unreal. That's unreal. But talking about some of the injury news and a bit of the carnage that's gone out there. Let me share my screen a little bit. Mitch Cleary says that Kruger was absent through illness. McRae is confident will get up for Saturday. So that's a little bit of a question mark there. Is Kruger going to be in to cover?
I heard, I don't know if it was on Twitter, but I heard that he had gastro, and one of the rules with gastro is that, like, you could still train, but you have to train by yourself. You know how, like, they used to have COVID protocols and you couldn't be with the other players in the team? I think that's similar to what happens with gastro in the AFL. So my understanding is Kruger actually did a little bit of training, but off-site, and then he's potentially going to be available this week. We'll see.
Okay. Fingers crossed. I might need him. Kobe McKercher missed today's main session for North Melbourne. He'll train on Saturday to determine his availability against Carlton. Club says he was sore after the Swans game. And if he is out, I swear to Jesus, if Kobe McKercher is out, I traded him out to trade him back in, to trade him back out, to trade him back in. And if he gets injured, I can't trade him out because I'm out of trades. So
it's interesting. We saw it last week with when he was playing the game with like 16 minutes on the bench in the last quarter. I know that we had spoken about it off air, and it's like, why risk the player? But yeah, you don't bench a player for 16 minutes if there's not something there.
I swear, McKercher might end up, after his first season of playing, he might end up on my never again list because I'm done. I'm just sick of this crap. So hopefully I can feel better because Maxi Gorn participated in the match sim this morning and is pushing to play. So please, Big Max, please get up, mate.
Yeah, I knew it was going to happen. Like, I did the trade and got Cherry in. I dodged the donut, which was great, but yeah, I always thought Max Gorney. He's one of those players that is just like, cool. Unless my leg's amputated, I'm going to try and do the best I can to play.
Mate, if his leg is amputated, he's got some bigger problems than football. I'll tell you that.
No, just like peg leg, Joe. Peg leg.
Exactly. So hopefully he can get on. And this vlog, Mitch Woodcock, West Coast have taken Archer Reed, Campbell Chesser, Jai Cully, Josh Rotham, and Petruccelli to Melbourne. Elliot Yeo not on the flight. So
someone should talk on that. What about Adam Simpson?
Is also out. So there you go. The Woodcock says that Yeo and Waterman, if you have Waterman, but most importantly, Yeo is not playing this week. So whether or not, it's pretty big. It's pretty big out. Yeah. So a bit of carnage. A little bit of carnage out there in the football landscape at the moment. We'll go through some of the comments through here. Slim, honk if you're horny, because this is the drive home. Start honking, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you, Slim. Charles, hello, Jen. Sorry, can't be with you tonight. Oh,
what's up, Charles?
Mate, this comment came at 4:16 p.m. Sorry, Charles. Yeah. You're going to probably be watching this maybe after the stream. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Your comment is much appreciated. Just wondering your thoughts on this week's VCs and Cs. I'm thinking Merritt into Butters or the Nank. Well, that's exactly what I'm doing this week. I'm doing the exact replay of last week. Hopefully that it can work better for me. I am doing Merritt into Butters.
Yeah, I'm not sure what mine's got for me. I pressed optimize. I think I'm doing Butters into someone else potentially. That's just what the optimizer's got me running at the moment. So we'll see. We'll see what that does.
We'll
I think Butters quite early, and then the other games after. So yeah,
we'll go through them in more details. But I think Merritt against Adelaide at Marvel Stadium, Adelaide third easiest matchup for inside mids. Plus, we need a strong bounce back, and we can't play the wet. We know that. So we're playing back in the pristine conditions of the roof where we like to play. So I think Adelaide is a very good matchup. And then Butters is playing this week against Richmond. And they're playing at home as well. So might not be necessarily the easiest matchup, but against in Adelaide Oval, I think Butters should be fine for me. If not him, Collingwood playing. Who's got Collingwood? The Hawks. I don't have Day. West Coast. Who's playing against West Coast? St Kilda. I don't have anyone from St Kilda. Gold Coast. Who's playing against Gold Coast? The Giants. Mate, it could be Tom Green. Probably not.
Yep.
Ruck. In the ruck, Port Adelaide give up a lot of points. Who's playing against Port again? It was Richmond. So the Nankervis could be a very good one.
I know. It sucks so much. Like, I think I was 30K off owning Nankervis last week, and he didn't score that great. Like, I think Cherry outscored him, but his next couple of runs are a lot. It's going to be fun.
Could even be English against the Cats. The Cats are the third easiest matchup. So it could even be English. Lincoln. Howdy, Joe. Okay, Lincoln, you hired Sam Berry in round 12. I don't think you hold him anymore. Check out his last three. I don't think it was me that had Sam Berry. I think you're talking about Jez, Big J.
Yeah, had him for a fair amount of time. Got rid of him, which was okay, but yeah, had him for a fair amount of time. But he has been playing well. He's been doing what I had hoped he would have done from the start of the season, which is play predominantly mid, get a lot of tackles, get a lot of CBAs, doing quite well. It's more just I don't know. It's a real tough situation.
The CBA. It's the role. It's the centre bounces. Like, he's not used as a sub anymore. He's been given plenty of centre bounces.
Crouch. And Crouch isn't playing, and Dawson's got a bit of a different role, and Laird's not exactly playing the best at the moment either. So, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, I mean, good for him for now. Finally, been given the opportunity and is playing well now. So, congrats to him. Michael, good afternoon, mate. Another possible re-debut for West Coast on Saturday with Waterman out. The Archer could come in.
Yep. I think he's been doing okay in the VFL. I don't know if you can pull up VFL stats for him or Waffle stats, whatever, but I think he's been doing okay as well. Another one of these players that they really need to start blooding early because Darling's probably got 1 year left, and they need these tools, man. Like, they were very, very lucky and very happy that they could get him at the start of the second round last year in the draft, and I think there are a few teams that were actually looking at, saying, hey, West Coast, can we have, out your pick and we'll give you some good stuff? So they obviously said no, and it's paid off them a little bit.
Yeah, he's been doing well. I mean, he's definitely been, I suppose, 3 disposals for his first game. That's all right. 6. He was getting some hit out. So he's doing some ruck contests. I think primarily, though, he's been regularly hitting the scoreboard. A goal. He's kicked at least 1 goal in his last 4 games. And then last week, he had 3 goals, 4 behind. So he left out a massive bag. So he could have kicked 7 goals on the weekend with 14 disposals.
Almost scored more than Charlie Curnow. Crikeys.
I know, right? So, yeah, I can see why he's going to get a gig. Plus, you always know when the new coach comes in, the caretaker coach comes in, it's play the kids, show us what we've got. And I think he's had a pretty decent stint in the VFL. So, I heard good things about him. I was even considering starting him on my bench in my first team because I was pretty confident he was going to play this year. So, about time he's come in. Legend. G'day, legend.
It's almost like a pseudo form of tanking, isn't it? Being like, cool, yep, coach is gone. We want to try and give the new coach the best draft pick they can. So let's just say, play the kids and, we'll try not to win any more games for the rest of the season.
Yeah, interesting there. G'day, Unbranded. Joe the Fresh Cut looking the goods, my friend. Thank you, Lincoln. Thank you. Yes, I got it done. Last night. I got it done. 2 nights ago. I got it done 2 nights ago. It's a burst fade, classic burst fade. So yeah, thank you for noticing. BC on Bond or Merit. Also, do you reckon Neil will get tagged? Since I want to captain him.
I think Neil is always the one that's susceptible for a tag. So whoever they're playing, if they're who are Brisbane playing, Joe?
The Swans.
So James Jordan is going to hug Neil a lot this weekend. You can't really tag Dunkley. He's not the big target. Neil will punish you every time if you don't try and nullify him. So he's always the one that goes big. 100% the tag goes to him.
Sorry, I'm just loading. I'm just putting up here. Free to play. Star line in the clear after rough conduct charge. So,
where's that good character symbol, Joe? Go and chuck that up on the screen. We made
character.
Good character.
He has the best character. Oh, jeez, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yep. What happened? What was the ruling? Why did he get off? How did he get off? It's careless, severe impact, and high contact. They're unsuccessfully challenged, and then took it to the appeals board.
Yeah.
Cameron was the first 2 cases to be heard. With the Great Western Sydney didn't have anything. Bedford was suspended for a tackle. Okay, that was Bedford. Oh, we want more. Come on, bro. Tell us more about the one that actually was successful. This is ridiculous. Why would you put up a partial article and say more to come? Just put out the whole article. Don't be lazy. Sorry, but that is BS, says Velo. He's now got a supercar or something as his thing. Cameron is I don't think he necessarily has the best character. I don't agree with the good character. It's just a bit of a meme. that we've got going on here. He had both arms pinned, and he definitely had a different way to tackle.
Yeah.
He definitely had more options. He didn't have to freaking drive him into the turf like that. So
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. But, you know, the AFL flops, Joe, back and forward. Things change every day. Laura Kane's come out and, you know, said, hey, we made a mistake on this one. Well, she didn't. So, yeah.
bloody hell. I have when my camera keeps doing this.
You know what it will be? It will be because Fagan said, oh, we don't know how to coach the players anymore. They'll use that as a defense.
All right, let me just. I'm gonna just get out and then get back in because my camera is doing the foggy again.
All right.
Wait 2 seconds. Let me just leave the studio and come back in again.
Easy. Sorry, guys. It's the Big J Drive Home show. Hopefully, you guys are having a good day, having a good week. I need some people to tell me, hey, who's your captain this week? Because I have got 3 captains this week, and all of them have scored under 100. So I need some good captaincy and vice captaincy for everyone in the chat. We've got 43 people watching right now. I'm not going to say 43 people need to say, hey, this is who I am picking, but I need some suggestions, mate. It is a rough time at the moment in Big J's team.
You just need to have good players, mate. Have good players, and the captaincy becomes easy.
I know, right? You'd be all right, Joe. If you had like better trades and better decisions throughout the season, you'd be smashing me at the moment.
What can I do? Can't do much about it. I've left it all too much too late, unfortunately. But Jay's look, I like Merritt. I don't think they've got anyone that will necessarily run and tag him. We're playing under the roof. Third easiest matchup.
That's who it is. Super Coach is telling me go Butters into Errol this week.
There you go. Errol. Okay.
Yeah.
G-Bags. How's it going, G-Bags? Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. You did not have to do that. With Filippo named out, is Melksham a good alternative?
Oh, for a player to bring in. Holy moly.
Yeah.
If you don't have Sean Manor, I would say Sean Manor would be okay. He's got DPP, which is what you want. I think he'll play the rest of the season. So even in a game last week where we were actually at the game and we watched it, obviously we watched it because we were at the game, but us being at the game, I didn't see him that much on field and he still ended up with a 75 or something. So, yeah, I think Geelong have found their piece. Chuck him in your team if you don't have him. Yep. I think he's still fairly cheap as well.
Filippo was 266k. So who's a forward? Let's go players. We want to filter forward. How much money have you got, G-Bags? Hopefully you have a bag. But we're going to say somewhere around the 250k mark because he was about 240, just in case if you don't have any money whatsoever. Let's see who's available. I wouldn't go Melksham just because he's the highest average at that point.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch Melksham too. I really like Sean Manor. I think he'll be all right for like a 80 every week.
He should keep his spot in the team. He's come in and all of a sudden the Pats are playing good. Who would have thought?
I know, right? Oh.
And he's got the DPP as well. So look, I prefer Sean Manor.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I tell you what, the super sub Kynan Brown hasn't been that great for me on field. I don't think I ever took his score, but his DPP has been very, very good, Joe. He might even be Captain Brown this week, depending on how Zach Butters goes for me.
Pretty good. Legend Sunday's a very exciting day. The GOAT Trent Rivers plays.
There you go.
He's not even barracking for Melbourne anymore. He's barracking for Trent Rivers, legend.
Mate, why not? Why not? Just go Trent Rivers. Yeah, he's done well in Petrarca's absence. He had that one poor game after we said get Rivers in. I felt bad, and then since then he's been like their highest scoring player. So, yeah, pretty happy.
8 trades and a boost? What the
There you go. I told you, Joe. You know, that would probably be your team if you didn't have McKercher in there. You would have probably had 8 trades left and a boost.
Yeah, I know, right? Freaking McKercher.
Same with James Jordan.
Well, Causa, g'day, Causa. When is the right time to use my last 3 trades and I'm going for league?
When it matters for you, Causa, is probably the big thing. So 3 trades is quite nice. When you're playing for league, I assume you've got 22 primos or 23 in your team. It really comes down to matchups. Like, you might have a week where a primo has a poor score, or the opposition primo has a poor score, or, you know, like we had with Dunkley a few weeks ago where he ended up being a bit cheaper. Those kind of trades could mean a real switch for you, and could end up being, like, you don't want to have a game. This is kind of ideally, right? You don't want to have a game where you guys only have like 3 or 4 different players in your team. That's the big thing for league. So you might find, cool, if you think you're going to get kicked out, it's going to be a tough matchup, but you guys have a lot of the same type of players. That's when you throw it in and you say, cool, spend my trades, upgrade my team, change my players around, start to do that. There are a lot of guys around the 550K mark at the moment. A lot of guys in the defense around the same position as well. So you can get some really good, unique players at the moment, and you'd be pretty happy.
Charlie Cameron's appeal has been successful after the Tribunal made an error of law. He is free to play.
Yeah, they got the Crips coach, the Crips lawyers, Joe. Maybe I should do one for Crips lawyers. I will do that. Be like Saul Goodman.
Error of law, bro. He literally just drove him into the ground.
Yeah, but it will be like technicality. Oh, they didn't ask his lawyer. Blah blah blah. There was no warrant to search his car. Like, yeah, it's not. Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
They're arguing. They've argued semantics. They haven't argued the fact that he did the wrong thing. So there's no doubt that he did the wrong thing, but they didn't give him due course or something. So that was it.
Haven't had the Kurt all year, thank goodness. You're lucky, Michael. You're lucky. Fisher and McKercher are giving me early onset dementia.
Yep, they're slowly becoming. They're very much slowly becoming no-goes for a lot of people next year.
Mate, Fisher and McKercher are making me feel like another Joe, a President Joe. Good evening, fellow. Super Coach is now officially dead for me. I have to fill 3 duck eggs this week.
Oh, that sucks.
Welcome to the party, Velo.
You know, the good thing, Velo, is soon we're going to start up our AFLW stuff as well, because the season's going to be starting, I think, August. So we'll throw in a bit of AFLW at the same time as Supercoach, or do some extra things, and should be a good season for that. Joe and I did fairly well last year, and hoping to kind of replicate that a little bit with the new season.
Yep. I would still prefer Gorm with an amputated leg than Petty. Yeah. I was always going to tip St Kilda Causa. At home, Michael. G'day, Michael. How's it going, mate?
What's up, mate?
Butters into Sarong this week. Or potentially Sarong. Who's Fremantle are hosting Melbourne. Melbourne for inside mids have been pretty positive, so that makes sense. I like it. Yeah, there was an article. I think there was an article by the AFL or one of like Herald Sun or something that was talking about Sarong and Luke Ryan have really struggled the last few weeks, because like ever since the coach had come out and said, hey, we don't want free possessions anymore, we don't want any more cheapies, their scoring in general's just really fallen off. So I don't know if that's a game plan change, maybe Hayden Young's become a better player, what's happened, but both of their scoring's definitely like not been the same. Just something to watch out for.
Fremantle might be trying to play the game a bit quicker, which probably isn't the best thing for a Sarong because it's get the ball and kick it to Treacy and the forwards instead of like congestion.
Yeah, even the Geelong in the last 5 games have actually been fairly restrictive. They are the 6th hardest team to score against. But I'm just trying to look and see because they smashed Collingwood last week, and that's reflected there. And then against Hawthorn, who they also smashed, Warple 110, Day 103, Moore 103, Newcomb 65, Nash 61. Against us, look, Bonds is Bonds. He should be fine.
Yeah.
Does Griffin Lowe come in this week? I wonder, lads, asks B. James.
No. So from what, well, I don't think so. From what I've heard of him during the VFL games the last couple of weeks, he's come back, but he is not in match fitness. It's kind of what I've heard. He's still a little bit chunky and whatnot. So, yeah, there's no pressure for him. There's no rush to come back. You could almost put him on ice for next year, really. Maybe come back around 23, 24, whatever our last home game is and things like that. But, yeah, there's no rush for him.
Well, there's nothing on the injury list.
No, he's played VFL. He's technically he's fit to play, but not really. If that makes sense.
He's fit but unfit.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, of course, yes. Of course you're happy about this, Travis. Of course. Mate, thank you so much for the super chat. You didn't have to do that. But you know what? Just for you, because you're very happy. Yes, congratulations. He has very good character. He has the best of character because he plays for Brisbane.
He got off with good character. Oh, my gosh.
So there you go. Congratulations, mate. Where is it? Michael, Tom Green, to get 40 disposals for 40 points.
Mate, it's pretty funny, this guy. Like, I said on the stream on Monday, if you were playing AFL Fantasy, you'd be laughing. But Tom Green's got a bit of the Sam Walsh-itis, right? Like, you just get the ball and you chuck it. That's it.
Mate, that is horrific. For him to have had, 34 disposals or something?
No, it was like 37, I think. 37.
37 disposals, and the dude could not crack 100.
Yeah. His disposal efficiency was like 40, and then he gave away a bunch of clangers too. So, yeah, it wasn't great.
His kicking efficiency was, I think, 17%.
Yep. Yeah. Don't let him kick the ball anymore. Tom, I got a question for you, Joe. If Tom Green's around 530k at the start of next year, are you going to pick him?
If who's 530k? Sorry.
If like Tom Green is around like the 530k mark, because he's obviously not going to go up in much price, and his average is going to be probably around the 530k mark. What would you pick him?
Depends if he has the buy. Depends if he has the buy again.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Cheese. G'day, Cheese. Good to see you, my friend.
What's up, Cheese?
Supercoach season is done. 155 ranking is what I got. I'm going to drink on a Thursday to drown my sorrows. Rest in peace, Filippo.
Yeah, it's a rough one. It's a rough one for a lot of people.
Mate, 155 ranking is insanely good.
It's a good dodge, but yeah.
155 ranking, well done. That is very impressive. You should applaud yourself on a very good season. Just a little unlucky, that's all. Hopefully next year your luck is a bit better. Slim, who do you think will be a better bench loop, Dowling or Humphreys?
Bit of a crazy question. I reckon, who's Geelong playing?
Geelong has got the Bulldogs.
And who does Adelaide play, you guys?
Yes.
I would probably say Humphreys. I would think Humphreys will be better.
Velo, do we tag LDU or Sheasel this week? Carlton. Now, Sheasel is probably the more damaging,
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If I was them, I don't know how influential the LDU tag's going to be, just because you can just match up like a Crips on LDU. Like if you match up Crips on LDU, you don't need to tag. So I reckon Sheegs will get tagged, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Cheers, Marcus. Glad you like it. Thank you very
Marcus.
much. Filippo was 100% becoming my F6 this week. What a tragedy. Saints have by far and away the best remaining inside mid matchups. Yeah, so if you have Jack Steele, don't trade him.
Get stuffed. Yeah. I wish I had him in my team.
I told you don't trade him.
Oh, shut up. If Ed Richards scores a third this week, I'll be happy. That's my kind of go-to at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. That should not have been overturned, in my opinion, because it looked clear as day that he could have tackled him any which way possible. But what does he do? He just drives him straight into the ground, back of the head collides, and then he hits him over the head just for good measure. So
I don't think there was much difference between his tackle and what Bedford did outside of the result.
No, this one is he's driven him into the ground. Whereas I think with Bedford's tackle was a fair tackle that you would see almost every single week on a regular basis. So I think Bedford is very stiff. This one, on the other hand, is he could have taken him any direction. But what has he done? He's done all he can to sort of go over him. So look, I don't agree with this personally. I don't agree with this. Too many comments to make regarding Charlie, but not here. Fair enough. Stop breathing on the camera, mate. It's not my breathing. If it was my breathing, I'd be constantly foggy. Merit VC, Butters C for me. Yep, exactly like me, Brody. Kai Caldwell into English, as I always align fantasy and Supercoach captains, and my latest loop is West Coast, the second game of the round. No. Fair enough. I like it. My captain is Houston. Was listening to Pig from Dr. Supercoach, and he reckons a good option for captain. Well, there's no there's also, I think there's no Burton and no Farrell. So it's going to be Houston alone.
Nice.
Who did Port play again? Port play against Richmond. And Richmond against designated kickers. Richmond are the third easiest matchup. So if Houston does not score well this week, he can be on my never again list as well. VC Martin C Butters. I like it, Slim. I like it. The sizzling new fade is fogging the lens. I love it. I love it, Lincoln. That's very nice. Big J, VC, Dylan, and CK. You will be guaranteed. Well played. Touche. Tom Green C. Wait and see. Was that a deliberate rhyme there, Anne Louise? I like it if that's the case. Apparently, Rowbottom might be out with a cheek problem, which would most likely open it up for Neil. Ooh, interesting. I like it. G'day, Shawnee. Captaincy on Butters. That's what I'm doing. Good evening, Maltesing. Captain Marshall. Captain Marshall. Look, Marshall. Look, the Marshmallow does have a positive matchup. All right. He's got the second easiest matchup. He's playing at home. You can VC him. All right. You can VC the Marshmallow. All right. English also has a good matchup. He's got the third easiest. So it works. It works. As Yo is out, it's a Humpty Shuey loop for me. Yep. Kerno last game. Okay, Luke. Lukey Donlan. Kerno last game on Sunday. A long wait for a possible 170 plus score. Mate, we hope so. North Melbourne against key forwards have been a neutral matchup as of late. So we'll see. I've got 2 trades left and I'm currently fielding Joe Richards F6. Should I use a trade to activate my DPP to be able to field Mana or Dowling? Yes, I think so. My league isn't like that. I'm playing a guy who has 3 commons for the week in Sheasel, Houston, and Butters. 3 commons only. Holy crap. Ducky14. I love the Kobe picture. RIP Black Mamba. Gorn failed test. Not in this week. I don't know. I thought he's played in the match sim training this week. So I think the jury's still out on that, Ducky. Most matchups will be a lot of uniques. I have the Bont's merits always as uniques. Wow, Bont is a unique in your league. Interesting. Bedford surely gets off now. Look, you would think so. I thought Bedford was more stiff, personally, because his tackle was a classic tackle that you've seen all the time. Get around AFLW and the chaos of it. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. I'll be washing my hair during AFLW, as will Darcy Moore. Don't worry. G'day, Freddie. How's it going, mate?
I'm back.
Hope you're doing well. If you haven't subbed to Freddie, go and chuck a sub to Freddie. He's a good man. G'day, Jen. How's it going? Hope you're doing well.
What's up, Jen?
Causa. Luke Ryan had 0 intercept marks last week, and also Pierce being out has killed him too. Yeah.
Yeah, first time ever, I think. He's had 0. First time ever.
We are well and fresh / sharp, looking good. Last time I used Sarong at home, he burnt me. We can't be completely anecdotal. And Louise, we do need to have we do need to have facts as well and back in the guts. So he has one poor game, doesn't mean we can write him off as a captain. But I can understand where you're coming from in terms of having the nerves. Charlie Cameron is a good character and he got off. Yes, Freddie. I love it. Good character. Let's put that back on again. Good character. Good character. He's a good character.
I love it. Good character.
Looks like Cully and the Pet are in, not Archer Reed for West Coast. Not Archer Reed. Oh, there. Thank you. He had 7 points in the first quarter where he butchered it for like 10 points. Yeah. That's about Tom Green. Talking about Green, did anyone see Rivers on 53 fantasy by like 18 Supercoach points at quarter time on the weekend?
Yep.
Mate, it was raining and pouring, and the old man was snoring.
Doesn't matter. Fantasy. This is why they don't play AFLW Supercoach. Because we'd end up having like all these players on 8 points and then 100 fantasy, Joe.
Correct, because no one can hit a target in that game.
Yep.
West Coast have 4 outs from last week's team. Yep. Hey, guys, if you haven't subbed to Fancast, you will notice here. I've got a thing.
Fancast?
We are Fancasters as well. And if you haven't subbed to Fancast, please do yourselves a favor. We take the football talk to just pure football. What you see from us here on the stream, you get it in a podcast format as well. And if you don't want to watch and you just want to listen, it is also on Spotify. So head on over, check us out on Fancast. We have a very good time. It's a very good fun. We have a proper footy chat. And Dave, our producer, is getting married. So congratulations, Dave. Much love to you, mate.
Congrats, Dave.
No GWS players for me is my rule for 2025.
It depends on the rookies for me, obviously. I don't think there's any premiums that I'd start. Potentially a Whitfield, but I think it really comes down to round. It really comes down to round like 0, and if it happens, and then what teams have it. I think GWS will play it, which means I probably won't pick anyone.
Yes, Causa. Thank you.
Nice.
Much love, Matt. Yeah. We've definitely put in a lot of work, and buffing up the production, and it's been good fun. It's been good fun, and we're hoping to see it continue to grow with your support, of course, guys. Tom Grain, last 4 scores in fantasy, 127, 106, 107, and 123. 100% he is a fantasy player and a spud in Supercoach. Crimea River Cheese, 155. I'm 18,000. I know, right? Is his season over? 155. Jeez, come on, mate. Think of the other plebs like me. Think about us before you complain. Bot had gone 140 plus. Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. You love it. You love to see it. He's gone back. He might be back. This week, if you have Saad and Holy, but you can't loop with them, play his first game and locked out with Dowling Humphreys in the mids. Thank you very much, Causa, for that public service announcement. This guy is our regular. Causa is our weekly Saad Al Holy loop examiner. So yes, thank you. I love it. Steel, baby. Yes, Steel. Yes.
Yeah. I hate him so much.
Stephen, g'day, Stephen. The Finn replay is being
Jackson.
recalled for the Hawks this week to nullify Nick Dacos.
Yep. Pretty funny. I think Ginnivan's back too, so that should be fun. Playing against his old team.
Get over it, Joe. He tripped. Mates. You're right. He tripped. Of course he tripped. Because he's got good character. He's got the best character.
Yep.
Going around.
Yep. He's got the best character.
And the way that kept Steele has not been terrible. No, it has not been terrible.
Yep. But I'm just frustrated that I traded him. That's all.
Crummer, here he is. Joey, g'day, Crummer. Good to see you, mates. Velo, if good bloke gets off, Bedford is a must get off also. Cameron drove Duggan into ground and Bedford laid the perfect tackle. Look, I don't know if Bedford has that much of a good character, though. You know what I mean? Not all characters are equal in the eyes of the law. So not all, who knows. Good evening, Aero. I'm thinking VC Sinclair into Neil. Oh, Sinclair, that's a left field suggestion. The Saints are playing against the Eagles. And the Eagles... they're a pretty neutral matchup for designated halfbackers. So, look, it's possible, though, with all of their outs in their team, that Sinclair could pop off. Neil could also do okay. He's got the Swans, but no Rowbottom, says Kai. So, potentially, it could be okay. Some people are pretty confident, though, on Bontempelli, who scored 140 plus the last 2 times against the Cats. And I think Zach Merritt also has a pretty good history against the
Adelaide.
Crows.
It's just a tricky one. Like, you just don't know at the moment which team's going to tag which players. And
at Marvel Stadium, his last 2 games at Marvel against the Crows, he's gone a 136 and a 143. So, you know, Merritt also does like playing against the Crows at Marvel, especially. So, and through all this, we forget Roses only gets 1 week for the... Bro, I have not forgotten, Michael. I have not forgotten, and I think that him getting 1 week for the flying elbow to the guy on the mark is the most disgusting act out of all of them this week, and he only got the 1. So that is ridiculous to me. I agree.
Jack Steele's, he's too good.
Jonas, g'day, Jonas. VC Butters or Houston for a big ceiling, Neil Grundy or Walsh for the captain.
Look, I probably wouldn't touch Houston. I think he's going to score well. But, Houston, it's a no for me. He does have those players out, which is going to be great for him. But, I think it's a no.
So what is this? Grundy. I haven't thought Sydney are playing Sydney have got the Lions. Pretty sure
Big O's
Big O. Yeah, third hardest matchup against the Big O.
Yep.
So will be interesting to see it. I wouldn't suggest Grundy. Warning to all, in the last 2 weeks, my VC and C have all scored under 100. Picked Merritt and Butters. Come
There
on,
you
Michael.
go.
Those are the two that I picked.
Michael, mine have scored, I think, under 90. So you're probably beating me, but mine have not been good either.
It's all right. Velo's wife, Mrs. Velo, is going Coldwell VC into Dunks C. Not bad, not bad.
Dunkley's fantastic. You got to get those Dunkleys.
Yeah.
Got to start him next year.
AFLW effective tackles will be like 6 points and goals worth like 20. And then close goals worth like 40 in Supercoach. Yeah. But we love seeing your beautiful smiling faces. Thanks, Michael. You'll see more of that on Fancast if you subscribe to Fancast too. CJ, g'day CJ. Look at this. Look at this
What's
photo.
up, CJ?
Gee, CJ looking spick and span, man. I like it. I need a forward player. I have 477k to spend. Who do you recommend? Yep. I was thinking maybe Simpkin or Comben.
I really... Who's available, Joe? Can we pull it up?
477. Let's go. Exit out of this. We want a filter. We want a forward. And we have a budget 477. So keep scrolling. So we'll say that's a 480. Oh, no.
Yeah, do like 480. Yeah. So who's available?
All right. Tobias is available. Ben Keys is available.
You always have to go Comben just for the memes, but yeah.
Dempsey.
Who else is available there? Wow, Dempsey's gone up.
Wait, who's got the best run? Actually, wait. Let me open up the best run from here on out for the various roles. Season long DVP. Defense versus the position.
Oh, Peter Wright's been dropped, Joe.
Good. All right. So for general forwards, is it general forwards or key forwards? Oh, these are key forwards. Oh, it's not even that great of a run. You don't want any key forwards. What about general forwards? Again, it's not even that great of a run. Yeah, just go Comben. Comben's probably your best bet. Out of all those, go with Comben. So he's got the role.
It's more about just him being fit than anything else.
Oh, if Tex is rested, then that's excellent. He's still a very good player at this age.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to captains, thinking Marvel for Sinclair and Gabba for Neil. Yeah, he's going big at the Gabba. That's true.
Yeah. Which is why I think they'll, if they're going to try and do something, I think they're going to try and nullify him as much as they can.
Yeah, and that's why I like Butters Causer. He does have a good history against the Tigers. Crummer, surely Curnow or Mackay put up a C score against North. Look, North have been pretty good in terms of key forwards.
It's very hit and miss. Like, North Melbourne's very, very hit and miss. We can have good games and have bad games, is basically what the situation is. So our defense is up and about. We've got enough players. I mean, Aiden Corr's kept both Kings to 1 goal. He's kept a bunch of others to similar as well. So really comes down to who Comben's on and then who Dawson's on to shake things up, really.
Yep. Roses thought he was in the WWE. 100%. I don't know where he was thinking he was. He was another planet, mate. Yo to Merritt via DPP. Thoughts? Leaves me with 2 trades.
If Yo doesn't play, I think so. Merritt does have a fairly easy run home. They've got a lot of Marvel games. So we expect some decent enough scoring. So if Yo's out, make it happen. Teams are out, Joe.
Why do we have the second hardest
do our
match?
Trades, guys. If you haven't already, load up those trades because we'll start to do footy tips.
Tips, mate. Yeah, the tips. The tips, just the tips.
Unfortunately, we can't copy that name because that's a bit dodgy.
Sorry, Jesse. I always credit Jesse with that though.
That's true.
Yeah, all right. Why is Hind dropped? Hind was the unfortunate sub He should have been named from the start. It was raining. It was shit. Why did we not start Nick Hind? I don't know. So Hind has been dropped. Peter Wright has been dropped. Get in the bin. Dyson Heppel's been dropped.
Full forward Todd Goldstein.
Get in the bin. Sorry, Dice. Love you to bits, but you're gone. Lav back in to replace Heppel. Goldie to replace Peter Wright. So we're going to Ruckman. That's ridiculous. And Jai Menzies to replace Hind. Congratulations to Jai. He has recently today signed on an extension to remain at the club for another 3 years. And Tex is out for Hinge. I'm going to go with the Bombers to win this one.
Yeah, I think so as well. And big congrats to Nick Cox. I mean, the guy, what was he, 2018 draft or something, and has always had those injury issues.
Yep.
So, yeah, nice to kind of get there a little bit. Crazy to think that he's played as many games as Cherry, which is says a lot about the situation at the moment.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, next game. Cogs is out. Halloran comes in.
I saw
this. Sexy boy is back in for the Sun. Swallow in Lockie Weller. That's a big in. Ainsworth is injured. Yeah, right. It's because he's going to get traded out into the season.
Yeah.
Alex Davies, again, counts his lucky stars. No, sorry. It was Roses. Count your lucky stars, mate, for only 1 week. Will Powell 100th game. Mate, this is actually a pretty good team here for the Suns. Are they going to win?
Yeah.
And no Cogs? I might change my tip to the Suns, but they can't win away from home. So I'm going to
that's the big thing, right? Is if they can actually win from home. Look, GWS are a good team. Can they win? Duke Miller's not back, obviously.
I'm going to stick with the Giants. It's at home. The Suns are away. The Suns don't know how to play away.
96% of people have picked them this week.
Who's them? The Giants?
Giants, yeah.
Hawthorn. Finn McGuinness has been named. Nick Dacos, beware. And Ginnivan is back in. Collingwood, beware. McStay is in.
Kruger keeps his spot.
Kruger keeps his spot. Thank the Lord. Thank God. Kruger's still in. Schultz, injured. Yeah, right. He's got a heart injury, this guy. He sucks. Frampton's been dropped. Harrison's been managed. Sullivan, Howe. Oh, these are 2 big ins here for Collingwood. Are they enough to give them the win? No. I'm going to back the Hawks to win.
Yeah, I think Hawthorn as well. It's going to be a good game. Regardless of what happens, it's going to be a good game. Howe is probably the player that's going to shake things up a little bit for me. Their forward line's probably doubled in strength, though, from having Howe plus McStay back in. So, if there was no Sicily, I would say no. It's probably the difference. Who are we picking?
I'm tipping the Hawks. I've said it.
I won't change it. Yeah, why not? Let's go. Collingwood to lose 2 in a row.
Congratulations, Jack Scrimshaw 100th game.
Yep.
Saints v Eagles.
Filippo, your best mate, Hugo Garcia, is back, Joe.
I've lost cover in the back line. Hugo's back. Brad Hill's in. Stocker's in. Duggan injured. Waterman injured. Yo injured.
Yo's out. There you go. Reed is named emergency, so he's not even going to be playing unless he's, someone gets nicked out of the team. So
Jack Darling, Dom Sheed. Oh my God!
It just kind of shows where the team's at, really. If both of those are in the same position that they're in, so it's not great.
Saints win this. Brad Hill 250th. Congratulations, Brad Hill.
100% Saints going to win. Yeah. Just sucks, no Jack Steele.
All right. Sunday. So this is extended teams.
Yeah.
But we do know Mills managed. Bruv, you played one game.
Yeah, I heard he got injured maybe in the game or afterwards. I know there was definitely a post about it somewhere. So yeah.
McInerney out, Rowbottom out. These are three good players. Just by the by, these are great players. Yes, they're going to get Heaney back, but I'm going to go Brisbane at home. Congratulations to Cunningham for his 200th, but I'm going to go Brisbane to win this game at home.
Oh, man. It's an interesting one, right? Like, do we pick Brisbane? Do we not?
No McInerney, Mills, Rowbottom. Yes, they get Heaney back, but I just feel like these guys are unheralded players.
The God Corey Warner. What do you reckon?
Nah, Aaron Francis, bro, the Franger.
The
Franger. No, I'm going to go the Lions at home. I think they've got and again, no real big changes to be made. Starcevic, I think, comes back from his suspension.
All right,
and I really rate
Starcevic as a defender. A bit different.
Yeah. So I'm going to go
I think you need to refresh your thing because you're missing out on a couple of Saturday games.
I have just refreshed it.
No, you don't have those. You don't have the Port game, and I think this one more in the Geelong game either.
Oh, the Geelong game as well. Jeez, what the hell is up with this AFL website? Honestly,
who knows?
Jai Clark has been dropped. Garcia dropped.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like, yeah, I thought Garcia was better than this.
2 big ins for the Dogs. Wow.
They're playing at home. Geelong at home, though.
It is Geelong at home, but if the Bulldogs are on, the Bulldogs can win over there. Oh, but the Cats are in such good form, but they didn't look too impressive last week. You know what? I'm going to freaking go the Dogs to win this game.
All right, let's do it.
I'm going to go the Dogs. I don't know.
Actually,
the Dogs are the team that always lets you down because just when believe in it.
I'm going to go Geelong.
It's just because every time you finally believe in them that they turn the corner, they'll do something stupid and then shit the bed again. But they got Treloar back, who's big. He's a big in that midfield. They have a very good midfield. So does Geelong, of course, as well. But I think they got away with it against the really weak Collingwood last week. They got the easy kill, and then the Bulldogs are going to come in, and they're up and about. They beat the Blues, which is not an easy task. So, and they're better now with Treloar in the team. So I'm going to go with the Dogs for this one.
No, I've gone Geelong.
That's fine. We can agree to disagree. All right, Port and Richmond. Farrell out, Marshall out, Finlayson out, Jones out. Wow.
Yep.
Asava in, Georgiades in, Willie Rioli, Flog in, Dylan Williams in, Vlosten out, Taranto out, Graham out. Bro, Graham out. Butters! Zach Butters! Release the Butters! Oh,
pretty much.
Butters. Oh,
yeah.
Butters. I love it. Yes. Butters to win. Butters will beat Richmond.
As long as it's not Horn Francis.
Mate, it's Butters alone.
Was he supposed to get suspended, Horn Francis, and it just never happened?
He's got decent character.
Oh, okay. No. He really doesn't have good character, Joe. Don't know what you're talking about. He's got no good character.
He's got one of the worst characters going around, mate. He's
bad character.
He's got bad character, mate. 100%. Nah, mate. But honestly, if you own Zach Butters, watch this game. 7:30 p.m. What's it doubling up with? Is there a double up on 7:30?
No. Oh, no. Is there? No, it's the two Port Adelaide, the Port Adelaide Geelong games at the same time on Saturday.
Oh, those are 2 good games.
Yeah,
this one is not a good game. This is going to be a smash.
This is why they need Thursdays. So yeah.
Yep. No, Zach Butters, mate, get around him. All right.
We've
Carlton
got
and
two more
North.
games to go.
Okay, good. So
No, there's one. This is the last game. You're missing out on Freo Melbourne.
it was underneath this one. Sean Darcy back. Brody.
Draper dropped is going to hurt a few people. I know some people had him after his score of like 100 a few weeks ago. Have had him doing some coverage. He's on the bench.
Where's Jack Billings? Where's Billings?
He's on the bench. They have to justify the thing somehow.
Tomlinson. I was going to say, if Billings is named, you guys are definitely losing. I'm sorry, Melbourne. No, I'm tipping Freo for this one.
There you go.
Sean Darcy gonna face. See, Sean Darcy. Oh no, there's no Gorn.
Yeah, he's going to do well, and it's going to be another week of what's his face, Jackson doing quite well as well because they've just got nobody. Like Melbourne are going to get smashed.
Yeah, see, Sean Darcy is actually a good ruckman, unlike the buffoon Sam Draper.
Yep. Yeah, Melbourne Melbourne are going to get smashed.
Look, I can understand. They probably thought, you know what? Gorn is going to be up against Sean Darcy. Let's not risk him getting injured again. Just have him do everything. Rivers is just the GOAT. All right.
Yeah.
First season, what is dual position player? And Luis, it means a player that can play in two positions.
Both positions, yeah.
Yeah, whether it's in midfield or defense or forward. It's the two players. So yeah, Freo for me. And Carlton, Williams out. Kemp has been dropped. Motlop, Hewitt, Cunningham, Carroll, Durden.
Sam Durden versus North Melbourne would be interesting. Just to like shove it in our face. Yeah, Fish is back. McKerch is back though, right? McKerch is named.
McKerch is still there.
Yeah. He could come out of the team. Nice to see Griffin Lowe back named. We'll see how that works out. Will Phillips is named as well. Robert Hanson Jr. should play. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. I mean, Carlton's going to win. Where I don't think we win. But for Supercoach wise, we'll see.
Chincotta back pocket. Let's go.
That's where I remember when we picked him 2 years ago, Joe. We were like, yeah, really good off the halfback, and then just didn't really work out from there. So, yeah, nice to have him back in his in his preferred position.
Yeah, so that's Carlton to win that one. All right, so we're doing Bombers.
Yeah.
We're divided. You're going Cats. Yep. I'm going Dogs.
Yep.
Giants for this one.
Uh-huh.
Hawks.
Yep.
Port. Saints. Lions. Carlton. And Fremantle. So mostly the home teams.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think it's necessarily as much home ground advantage for some of them, but yeah, it's just a good week.
Yeah. So that is that. Oh no. Wait, let me just scroll up. All right, where did we get up to? Where did we get up to with these comments? Andrew Goulden, VC or C. So Goulden's playing.
Really depends. Yeah, really depends on what it's like. What do Brisbane give up points to, Joe?
Okay, Brisbane give up points to key forwards, general forwards. They're restrictive against inside mids. Wingers not the best either for wingers.
Yeah.
So probably not.
I mean, Goulden's on a tear at the moment, so it's pretty hard to beat him. But yeah, there are some other options. I think I would love him.
I did Houston once in round 6 when he scored 140 odd, and I was one of 8 people to do it. So I'm going to back it.
Remember that day?
I haven't gone wrong with Houston VC or C. Causa, I'm a believer. You're making me believe. When did Port play? Oh, you take a Houston over a Butters with no Graham?
No, you don't.
Oh, I'm doing Butters, bro. I'm doing Butters. I'm melting. Anytime, DJ.
It's interesting. I think I think I don't actually. I've got Sarong and I've got Goulden. Maybe I do go Zach Merritt into Butters just for fun. But
Just
for
for
even
some
those
fun.
people with Connor Rosie in their team, they're gonna, mate, Richmond are gonna get slaughtered. Holy moly!
Yeah. Yeah, Myers, yeah, he is getting some mid time. It's true. Not anymore. I'm Butters hearing that news. Okay, there you go. There we go. But yeah, he has been getting some mid time, not in the center bounces, but he is rotating through there. And he's come good now that they're playing really good football.
Mm.
He's one of those players that when the team is up and about, he's also up and about. And
Yep.
you start to see ever since they started to play really well the last 3 weeks, an average of 91. So that is a fair shout there, Velo. Sam, thoughts on Bont VC into Sherry C? Sherry.
It's going to be something different. Tell you what, Sherry C. Not many
Carlton,
people are going to have that.
Fourth easiest matchup in the last 5.
Mm-hmm.
Not too shabs.
It's a no from me. I think there's going to be a lot of people, and I think if you want to jump up the rankings right now, take it as how good your team is, and then just try and lock into the best captaincy and vice captaincy you can. I think going a bit crazy with some of these picks at the moment probably not worth.
Dibba, g'day Dibba. McGuinness in for his 2 games per year versus Collingwood.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I mean, at least he's still got a contract in playing AFL. That's probably the big thing.
I love it. It's Finn, Dacos, Shadow, McGuinness. Oh no, Velo has 4 donuts now. Oh no.
Yeah. Sucks.
Oh no. Of course, my new red dot in Show and Maker is in the same game as West Coast, of course.
Yep.
They said he won't be playing 2 weeks in
It
a row.
could be
Okay.
Klein and Brown.
But Mills. No row bottom. C Neil is the ticket. Unfortunately, I don't have him.
Yeah. There's going to be some monster scores this week. I can just picture it now.
Yes.
A few of these rookies are probably going to explode, and yeah, they're going to have some big teams.
Why aren't you guys playing Cooper Harvey? Why aren't you playing Cooper Harvey?
Oh, mate, if I knew, we'd be laughing. Why aren't we playing Cooper Harvey?
Why aren't you playing Cooper Harvey?
The only thing I can say is that I think for 2 reasons, right? I think Cooper Harvey's okay. I think Hansen's probably more ready to go and has probably put on a bigger show, hence why he's been recalled at least into the somewhat seniors team being in the emergency. I don't think they're trying to mess up the forward line too much. And I think that they're trying to say to Zerha, hey, like these are the guys that you can potentially be playing with for the rest of your career. So, like, let's put on a good show as much as, like, that sounds a bit dodgy. So, yeah, we'll see, like, if he does in the next couple of weeks get a game. It'll probably indicate a little bit of, hey, this is what's happening with Zerha. But we just have to take it as it comes, really.
Yeah. Velo Sam Reed, Sydney named. If he plays, he will get injured, probably.
Probably.
Big J Garcia was unused sub last week. He was always going to drop. Okay.
Yeah. I got a bit confused because I saw all of the Bulldogs VFL footage and things like that. But yeah, I think so.
Yes, Ben, you're cooking with fire, Ben. Sean Darcy about to break the record for most hitouts. He probably will. Yeah. Might as well pull Sean Darcy and give him a week off and let Luke Jackson rock.
Yeah.
Nah, you need the legs under your feet. Easy way to ease. Great way to ease him back in against no ruck.
Yeah, I think as well. Like Freo need to pull a few more wins out of the nowhere. So to have him actually playing is probably going to help to do that for them. Like they need to guarantee these easy wins. If it was Jackson versus Melbourne, I think they'd beat up on him a little bit too much and Jackson might get found out being the sole ruck. He's obviously versing nobody, but still.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think kind of just you punish the kids at the playground, really.
Butters into Neil Lock. Yes, correct. Good fan. Good stuff. Big fan of content. What's Yo's injury? Do we know what Yo's injury is? I don't think so.
I think you just
I've
missed
got
it.
too much bench cover. Too much bench cover. Look at my
Me
bench.
too.
Nothing,
Me
nothing,
too.
nothing,
Me too.
nothing.
I've got too much bench cover too.
Mate, I've got a 1 green tick on my
Oh,
bench.
Joe,
1 green. It's so
you want to see
sad.
my bench cover this week?
Sure. Hey,
Excellent.
yes. Jen, yes. McStay is back. Hallelujah. Big in for you guys. Very required. And thank you very much for your super chat. You did not have to do that at all, Jen. You're a very generous individual.
Yeah. Big J's bench cover this week is 1 in the back line, 2 in the midfield, 2 in the forward line this week.
Unbelievable.
What is bench cover?
You're too good at
what's
this
a
game.
bench cover? Yeah, I think I've got somewhat of a loop. So I think it's going to be potentially a Kind and Brown DPP swap. What happens with I'll have to keep an eye on this Hawks Collingwood game, and if Dacos really sucks, I might actually do something like this and start him there, and then if it goes well, I keep it. If not, by like 7 o'clock, I'll put a Humphreys or someone on field because he's gonna get smashed.
If you VC Merritt and he gets a 126, you'll miss out on the Butters 160. Got a VC Butters. Mate, I would love to VC Butters if I had a good captain to follow him, but unfortunately, Butters and Bont play at the exact same time. I don't have a Neil or a Dunkley.
You could go Sarong, couldn't you?
I could go Sarong, but
or a Luke Ryan or someone. Like you've got someone who's playing.
No, but I just know though that Merritt will score well. Is the thing. Damn you, Ross. Already dropped. Yes. Already thinking for next year, Dunkley, Butters, Oliver, most likely first mids in my team.
Yep. I think for me, I'm just going to try and stack as many 500k players as I can. Hopefully get a couple of primos over everyone else and then just run 116ks or 123s or like Josh Smiley as the upgrade, for that. Yep. I think guns and rookies are the way to go. And looking at a bit of the averages from this year, there are quite a few guys that I think are going to be around the 100 mark. You can bring them into your team and, you might have 3 650k primos, but I've got 4 and you've got a rookie. So I know which way I'm going to go.
Yeah. Yanko, g'day, Yanko. What's happening? Nothing much, bro. Just a classic Thursday night live stream. I'm thinking Martin VC or Tom Green. My loophole player is West Coast. So Butters could be your captain. So you could VC Martin.
I don't mind Martin. There was some talk this week, Joe, from Brad Scott about Martin potentially playing
more forward.
So
means more goals. Means more goals, baby. Every time Nick Martin plays more forward.
Disposal efficiency.
He kicks a bag every time he moves forward. He kicks a bag. So I like Martin playing a bit more forward. It means more goals, which means more points for your Supercoach team. You want someone with a high ceiling as your VC, because I'm pretty sure you've got Butters as your captain, Yanko. So have a free swing for your VC, and then you have a good fallback option in Butters. Matthew Anderson, good evening. Thank God Cameron got off. Oh, yes. Thank God he got off because he has the good character. We can't have the good character be suspended. If good character is suspended,
like
we are
Pendles
all
with the good character can punch people in the guts and not get suspended. So,
correct. And drive people into the ground. So, 100%. You need the good character. Where am I again? Where am I here? Will. Jeez, what the hell? My freaking StreamYards, the comments just flying all over the place. Will Bedford walk too? Well, Bedford, I think, definitely deserves. I think Bedford's the one that deserves more of a let off than good character does. But we'll see. We'll see if that's the case. Carl, happy Zach Fisher's got a jersey day to all those who celebrate. One of the biggest days in the calendar. Alistair Clarkson is a wonderful human being. Mate,
if he was out, there would be some people really complaining. Like, there would be some real people complaining. So, yeah, just lucky.
Will Fish and Kirk be still? Nah. They will be helping each other. If anything, they will be kicking it to each other. My VCC will be Caldwell or Martin into Butters, but if Felstrop doesn't play, then I'll be Flanders into Butters. Oh, Sammy boy.
Bit of a different thing, but that's okay.
Mate, Flanders yet to drop under 100 this year. He is safe as they come. Sean Darcy will get injured again. Body very brittle.
You know what's funny? Bit of a sidetrack with that. You know what's funny?
What?
I would have had probably due to Flanders's just not scoring under 100. I would have had about 200 points more if I had just picked Flanders and not just straight seed Flanders the last 3 weeks, as opposed to even caring about my captaincy options.
Yep.
Bit sad.
Yep. 100%. Got 5 on the bench. Oh my God, Michael.
Nice,
Unbelievable.
Michael. That's the way you win.
Let's have plenty of lip options and Butters goes bananas. That's very true. Yo out due to soreness.
Yep.
At least with Fish back, I might not need to play Raul on field. Congratulations. That's the biggest win of them all. That's the big. You could Zorko. I could Dorko, but do I want to Dorko?
Probably not. His scoring's been average the last couple of weeks. Not been great.
Seriously, I don't know. You just don't know when he's going to pop up and score really well. But his last 2 weeks have been fairly mediocre, despite having decent disposal efficiency. But 18 disposals, 22 disposals. He was getting the ball more before. He's an accumulator. If he doesn't accumulate, he doesn't score very high either. Look at his heat map. I mean, it's a pretty okay heat map, but it's not the best. And as I was about to mention, right on time, Kai read my mind. He's also probably going to cop James Jordan as well. So, yeah, I'm not gonna go with the Dorko. Caldwell as a VC is a potential. Yes, I do like Colders. He is going to be really good, but I don't think they're going to tag. I don't think they have the capacity to tag. So if you have Merritt, probably Merritt is going to be a better option. Playing at Marvel, for all the MCG games, definitely prefer Colders, but if it's at Marvel, pristine conditions, Merritt, beautiful ball use will come to the fore. Yanko, honestly, this tribunal is a waste of time, waste of a week, stressing out players and coaching staff and supporters. New CEO is a flog.
Yep.
Here. A man of the people you are, Yanko. LDU getting 115 plus against us.
Well, that's good for Joe because he's got him in his team.
Exactly. Even if he doesn't cop the tag, I wouldn't chance it, as I think Adams Parker goes to Neil and Jordan goes to Zorko.
Yeah, they might run a Parker against Dunkley and then a Neil. The problem with Zorko is he's just not that damaging. If he's playing half back, it's going to be good. But I just don't think he's that damaging, really.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with my Merritt into Butters. If Merritt goes 140, I'm taking it. So what? I'm not going to risk 140 for 160. What's 20 points? It's not really
you
that
miss out quite a lot.
It's not, if Merritt goes under 120, then so be it. He goes under 120. If he goes over 120, it means that the Bombers won. So I'd be pretty happy about that. And I think with that, guys, might be us for the night. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you did, hit the like, the drill. Subscribe if you're new, notification bell, all that jazz. Follow us on Fancast as well if you haven't. All the socials, we are everywhere: TikTok, Insta, YouTube, all that fun stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you on the flip side on Monday.
Guys, I may or may not have a new show that's starting up soon, so just stay tuned for that. Keep an eye out for the AFLW news and things like that as well, because I think the season's coming up soon. They will be playing games, and it seems like, Joe, we're going to be doing some stuff with AFLW this year. So yeah, should be a lot of fun.
So yes, get around us. So make sure that you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of that stuff that's coming, any of the streams. We will be on live as usual, as always, Monday, 7:30. So make sure you head on over and watch.
Should be a good game. Should be a good season. Thursday night games need to come back, but we're not gods. We can't kind of choose and say what we want.
Exactly, because here on the Centre Bounce, we do the hard work so that you don't have to.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.